Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. Writing a book is one of the best things you can do for your brand. Take my word for it. Whatever your reasons are for not writing a book, the new year is the time to stop making excuses and start betting on yourself and your content business. It's never been a better time for creators to publish. Lulu has been empowering creators to publish and prosper for the last 20 years. Their e-commerce plugins make it easy for you to publish your book and sell it directly to your fans from your own website while they handle all the printing and shipping on the back end. You keep 100% creative control, 100% of your customer data, and 100% of your profits. Using Lulu is free, and Lulu only charges for the printing and shipping of your books. Create a free account today at lulu.com to get started. Hey gang, I've made no secret of my significant bet on the social media platform LinkedIn in 2023, and I want to tell you how I got there and what I'm doing about it right now. I believe that LinkedIn will be the big social network winner in 2023. And as you've heard on this podcast, TikTok will either be banned or bought by somebody else in order to stay active in the United States. And TikTok is by far the best mousetrap for content creators, but I don't have faith in its staying power because of ongoing tension with China, specific to the United States. Then we have Twitter. Who knows what Elon is trying to create here, right? The one thing I know for sure is that content entrepreneurs can't count on Twitter for the time being. Now, the beneficiaries of all this are Instagram, YouTube, and you guessed it, LinkedIn. Now, for me, I focused on two platforms over the past few years, Twitter and LinkedIn. And instead of splitting time on focus for the next year, I'm going to go all in with LinkedIn. I've been testing activity out for the past month on the platform, and I found consistent, helpful content gets pushed on LinkedIn. They don't seem to be playing as much with their algorithm as, say, Facebook does. And I'm interested in seeing what complete focus on LinkedIn will mean when it's all said and done. And before you ask, and some of you have, why would I focus on rented land instead of email or Web3 properties? Well, controlled platforms, website, email still are absolutely number one. And I'll be using LinkedIn to ultimately drive back to those controlled platforms, or rent-to-own strategy, you might say. Now, here are some things I'm doing that you can consider or steal or just take as reference points. First, thoroughly check your LinkedIn profile. I was amazed about how out of date my profile was, and I'm in it every day. Now, my suggestion is to look at your LinkedIn profile while you're not logged in to LinkedIn. Maybe open another browser, then go to work. Things to consider here. Look at your articles and publications. While my activity has been strong on the platform, I didn't have any published articles on LinkedIn since 2020, and my publications, books, and websites, they hadn't been updated for years, and I forgot that that was an area. So maybe it's just me, but I couldn't believe I didn't update this area. Then make sure you check your About Us. Be sure to update that. Then check all the websites you want added. This is a separate area than your experience, and a lot of people forget about the websites cluster. At least get your top 3 in there. Now, let's discuss the newsletter component of LinkedIn. I've been watching my friend Andy Crestodina start a newsletter and deliver one via LinkedIn every 2 weeks. Now, going from nothing to over 150,000 subscribers is pretty darn impressive. In each newsletter, Andy has at least one call to action back to his webpage and really done a good job at driving his LinkedIn subscribers back to his controlled channels. Now, for my personal newsletter, The Random, I was able to get 10,000 subscribers in a couple years. But over the past year, the growth has frankly stalled. I've been focusing more time on The Tilt, and The Random has suffered for it. So I decided that I will still release the email version of The Random every 2 weeks, but I will also release it on LinkedIn. So I started The Random as a LinkedIn newsletter, and I picked up 12,000 subscribers in just a few days. Now, I have no idea what the open rate is going to be. I get a few LinkedIn newsletters, and I don't open all of them, but I'm pleased by this early response. I believe I can grow this newsletter much quicker than the email version, but then develop some email-only offers to get email subscribers from LinkedIn, and then also more easily promote Creator Economy Expo in May. And finally, I've committed to posting on LinkedIn at least once per day, and then also follow about 10 other creators where my audience is hanging out, and then regularly comment on their posts. I'm going to give this a solid 3 months and then look at the numbers and see how we're doing, and I'll be sure to keep you updated. Until then, remember to leverage the social media that makes sense for you, but be sure you're not building your business on the rented land itself. Good luck. One final thought before I go. I mentioned Creator Economy Expo in May. Not sure you heard, but our closing keynote will be Jesse Cole, the owner of the Savannah Bananas, the craziest, most renowned baseball organization on the planet. He's going to talk to us in May in Cleveland about how he's built this fans first organization. Make sure you go to cex.events. Check out the event we have going May 1st to 3rd in Cleveland, and I'd love to see you there. Thanks.